your daily reminder to never ever let a man get inside your head if he tells you you're hitting the wall of your looks because you are over 30 years old. These are the same men that are looking at Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, and Megan Fox and would be happy, elated with a chance with any of them.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Cosmic Verse titled The Best of Women Being Ignored After Hitting the Wall. Sounds absolutely hilarious. Let's jump into it.
Genuinely asking for advice. Where do I go to find a man?
The wall is a phrase used by men to describe the age at which a woman is no longer attractive.
Okay, so it turns out hit the wall is an actual phrase that is being used by men. That means that women are no longer attractive when they hit this wall.
Ouch!
They're literally fucking right, because how many times?
These women love to crash out in their cars as if this is somehow going to help them fix the mess that they created for themselves. They have no idea how much worse that makes things for them.
I am a 30-year-old woman, and this week alone, my mother-in-law, my boss, and my cleaning lady have told me that I need to have a baby in the next 5 years. See, I didn't realize we were still telling women what to do with their bodies.
This is just your daily reminder to never ever let a man get inside your head if he tells you you're hitting the wall.
Do you know what I'm really tired of? Men fucking with me. I separated from an 18-year marriage in my early 40s. I'm 50 now. I would have expected it to be easier as I got older.
Even though she openly admitted to ending her marriage of almost 20 years, she still blames men for messing with her. She has no idea that the ones messing with her are bitter, single women who want to keep other women miserable.
So there's this trend on Twitter where people are labeling female celebrities as hitting a wall, like they've hit the point of aging where they're just starting to deteriorate.
I don't have a boyfriend and I don't want it, and if I want one I could have 4 or 5 of them if I want. But I don't want to associate with nobody.
Just stop!
People in relationships need to stop telling single people to enjoy this time while they're single.
People in relationships couldn't care less if single people stay single. They're too busy living their lives and making their relationships work. They don't have time or energy to invest in women who are already a lost cause.
Date yourself. I've been dating myself now for 6 years. But like at the end of the day, I would love more than anything to come home to somebody.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy.
Women like this are the ones who expect a fantasy to meet the perfect man and have the perfect, effortless life where everything is just magically going to work out for them. It's not realistic, it's just entitled laziness.
They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Men don't want to deal with a woman who has too much baggage and no ability to care for anyone who's not themselves. It's really that simple.
Women have hit the wall in their 30s. They apparently become depressed because they have not yet fulfilled their ingrained need to procreate.
No, bitch, it's because nobody sees them anymore. And women thrive off of attention. That's the part that fucks women up the most. Like, Tori, how do you deal with the fact that you're gonna hit the wall? Like, in delusion. How else?
Women who have hit the wall bury themselves further into delusional fantasy as they get older. They live their lives through fictional romance characters and convince themselves that their lives are exactly the same.
Love the idea that we should all be dating 3 guys at one time, but like, where do we find 3 that we're interested in? Like, it's hard enough to find one that I tolerate.
There are only 2 instances in which a woman would ever hypothetically hit the wall. And I say hypothetically because women don't hit the wall.
27, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and I'm actually about to have a mental breakdown. I literally work 2 jobs, live in a house. It's great, everything's good. But you know what? What the fuck am I doing? Every day I wake up, I'm like, is there a fucking purpose to this? Ugh!
Women like this buy houses because they think that it's liberating, but the irony is that that house that she works 2 jobs to afford isn't liberation, it's a prison of her own making, and it's driving them to madness.
In China, if you're a woman, single, and over 30, you are called 剩女, which means leftover woman in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 老底橙, 賣剩蔗, and 攝做啦, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for filling the gap of the stove. But if you're a man, single, and over 30, you are called 钻石王老五, which means a diamond bachelor in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 笋盤, which means quality real estate.
Attitudes like this have proven what societies have known for centuries, and that is that as a man grows older, he oftentimes can become more desirable if he puts the work in, but typically a woman doesn't get more valuable as she gets older. It was common knowledge, and these women just can't seem to stand it.
Loneliness really stinks, and I don't know if anybody else is going through it. If you are, what are some things that you do to ease the pain of loneliness? I would love to know.
I'm a 33-year-old woman. I'm childless. I'm not married. And I really want to find other like-minded women who are just in a place where they're happy and they feel free and they just want to explore and live their best life without the weight of societal pressure on us, the fact that we are constantly being weighed down, but you need to have this at a certain point, you need to have this at a certain point.
She's blaming society for the fact that she never had children. Nobody forced her to waste her youth on a career and cheap thrills, and this delusion was sold to her by other modern women, not society.
So apparently there's this thing that sexist men on the internet say happens to women when we turn 30, and it's called hitting the wall. And basically it means that when you turn 30, you are going to become ugly and old and unlovable, and no one will ever want to date you. So I just want to show you what it really looks like when you turn 30, because I turned 30 today.
Ouch! You could tell that she was ignoring the majority of men in her 20s. Those dudes were seen as weak and unworthy. But now that she's older, all of a sudden, those very same men are to blame for her misery. How convenient.
And I think now, especially that I'm older, like, I barely have time for one guy. So, like, juggling multiple men, trying to see which guy is the one. I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
Are trash. That's common in society, right? Women are trash isn't. Men are held accountable all the time, every day.
So women are held at a higher standard.
No, we're at we offer less to men than ever. The average age of first men value purity and youth. Purity, youth, beauty.
Men are not allowed to have anything in today's world, I swear. We're blamed for never being good enough for women like this, and then they blame us for not wanting them when they act unpleasant. I mean, you just can't win, right?
Women are fatter than ever before, we're older than ever before, and we're less youthful than ever getting married, and we have more bodies than ever. So we bring less to the table than ever. How many women have a cookbook? How many women are neat and organized?
But how many men can build stuff? How many men can fix up the home?
She just low-key admitted that she has nothing to offer by trying to shame men by assuming that they aren't masculine enough. She's trying to justify bringing absolutely nothing to the table.
So my friends have always said, when you start dating or you get with somebody, make sure they are uglier than you are.
If you don't date multiple men at a time, you're going to put all your energy in this one man, and when he does something that upsets you or whatever, you're just going to be so focused on him. But when you date multiple men at a time, if one of them upsets you, you're like, yep, that's cool, you're not my vibe, I'm done. Next.
So instead of trying to resolve issues with one man who's committed to this woman, her plan is to just cut and run to the next guy. I mean, this just proves that she's unable to take any relationship seriously.
I just had this realization that if I'm not using dating apps and I am not going out to clubs or bars, literally where do you meet someone to date? All of you guys who have boyfriends or girlfriends, like, how did you meet them? Because my main social outing for most of my life is work. And then you go to work, you see the same people you work with every day. Not going to date someone I work with. And then besides that, like, I'll go out with friends, but I don't want to meet someone online. I don't want to meet someone on a dating app. And, like, of course I'll get, like, you know, guys who message me on Instagram, but I feel like when someone messages you on Instagram, my first thought is always, well, how many other girls are you just messaging on Instagram?
Women like this have absolutely no social skills. They relied too much on dating applications and alcohol to meet men. that actually meeting men now is almost impossible. The good men know this, that's why they stay away from her.
If you're in school, it's different, but if you're not in school, like, do people just come up to you? So, to all of you guys in relationships, are you real people? Or are you just like NPCs? Because, like, where are you finding them? Are you all, like, actually in relationships? There's no way so many people are in relationships. I can't fathom it. I don't know.
She has no idea that she's the one who's an NPC. The idea of meeting a man, something that people have been doing for thousands of years, by the way, is so impossible to her that she's acting like it's a myth.
These are the 3 reasons on why you cannot find yourself a good man. Reason number 1, you have a whole list of demands with things you want him to be and you want him to have. But you don't get what you want. You get what you are.
I'm 32 years old. That means I've hit the wall 2 years ago, and my life has been amazing. Best 2 years. I'm Chinese. We love walls.
When a woman hits 30, she's still getting some attention, so she assumes that the wall isn't real. She doesn't understand it's something that gradually happens, and also your attention from men just shrinks over time. She just speeds it up with videos she posts on the internet.
So I just got through having a conversation with a friend of mine. And we were discussing what do we miss most about being in a committed relationship. And we both agreed that it was that emotional connection. Now, of course, we miss the sex, of course. But when you have that emotional connection with somebody, the sex is so much greater.
What was my worst date ever during my dating escapades after divorce? I'm so glad you asked. I can't wait to tell you. 7:40, I walk out with my head held high by myself. No text, no call. But I do get a call 2 days later.
This woman has no right to complain at all. She's lucky that she even got a call 2 days after the date ended. Most guys would have ghosted her the second he paid for the dinner bill.
This morning, when I got into the shower after the gym, I turned the hot water on and I was like, oh, that feels so nice. That literally almost feels like a warm hug. That is how touch-starved I am. That is how touch-deprived I am. That I'm now taking comfort in the warmth of a shower on my body.
Women like this have no right to complain about being touch-starved when men will literally go years, maybe even decades, in between legitimate hugs. She has no idea how good she has it, even at her age.
And yeah, that's the point that we have reached. And I was really enjoying it. I was like the feeling of that hot water on my cold body, everything. It was doing everything for me. I felt held. I felt comforted. And, am I single and miserable, or actually am I just being mindful and happy and, enjoying the simple things in life, the simple pleasures? I'm not going to tell you which one it is.
The cope that she's coming up with is so crazy that not even she can believe it. A hot shower can't replace what she's looking for, and she knows it. That's why she can't admit it to herself.
Okay, so you're telling me that I've not eaten all day, I've gone to the gym, I've come in and had an everything shower, and I mean fucking everything. I have shaved my body head to toe to every inch of its fucking life. I have moisturised and oiled up. I smell unreal. I even got a new perfume. I have spent over an hour doing my hair and makeup. I've had about 7 tantrums trying to pick a nice outfit. I've packed a bag. I've even got a matching fucking set on. I've left the house for him to text me to cancel and ask if it's okay to reschedule. I'm done.
Everything she just described tells you everything that you need to know about her. She readied herself for a night of bedroom fun, not to actually meet a good guy. That's how damaged these women are. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.